Yeah. I mean, like you said, just it's not often that people do that, and obviously, I credit a lot to that to my upfront guys getting to the quarterback and making it a lot easier for us back in the back end, and as well as the scheme that we play and allowing us to do what we're best at. But it's just a confidence thing. Just I know what I'm capable of. Everybody knows what I'm capable of, and it was just time to really show that and kind of put that on display. And moving forward, it's the same thing every day. I come to practice every day ready to work, ready to compete, and ready to do what I'm capable of doing.
You
So.
arrived at training camp with a T-shirt, and it wasn't a picture of your Super Bowl ring. It was a picture of the Super Bowl ring from yesteryear.
Mm.
Can you just talk about the impact that defense had? Obviously, you guys played different defense, but just the impact of that group and kind of the standard they set for you guys.
Yeah, like you said, it was a standard. They set that foundation of how aggressive defenses play, especially being the Tampa Bay Buccaneer. And so they set that foundation that guys behind them had to follow, and we get to that same level, that same spotlight, and we put on in front of millions of people that same type of defense that everybody knew we could do and we were capable of. It just says a lot, and so I think that it flows throughout our entire team. Just that Tampa Bay tradition, seeing how happy the city was, how excited everybody was, just getting that championship back and bringing it home, and so. I know each and every one of us guys want to continue to do that each and every year and just provide for the city and provide for everyone else.
Sean, this secondary, as good as you guys were at the end of last season, you guys want to be better, and obviously that starts with consistency. How can you guys be a better unit this upcoming season?
Just starting off fast, not buying into the hype of what everything is, forgetting everything that happened last year and the year previous because it's an entire new season. And going in, I mean, that's how our mindset is. All of us are still unknown guys trying to make a name for ourselves. All of us are trying to get to that second contract, that big payday, and so it starts on the practice field. It starts when you come in and prepare each and every day, whether it's the film, whether it's the preparation, whether it's taking care of your body, just knowing how to be a pro. And I say that every single year, just learning how to be a vet and learning how to be a pro. It goes a long way.
You think you guys are still kind of unknown to a degree?
Yeah, I mean, that's the mindset that I have. That's the mindset that all of us have. That's the mindset that you should have. Just going in, I mean, we got big name guys in our team. No need to add into that mix. Just establish who we want to establish as ourselves and continue to grow in that aspect. I don't look at myself as being the guy that caught 3 interceptions in the playoffs. I look at myself as a guy that, just ready to work every day. I'm an underdog. I've been an underdog my whole life. I've been overlooked my entire life, and I'm not going to act like I'm a champion in the aspect of that, but the work ethic and everything will still stay high and will still stay great. So.
What's it like playing for a guy like Todd Bowles that you know is going to challenge you? How much more will he challenge your young group now that this is your fourth year in the system?
Yeah, he holds us all to a higher standard. Being in this system for 3 years now, like I was telling him earlier, I've never really played for a specific coach for more than 2 seasons. So I just know that for me, it's a big game changer being able to come into camp already knowing the entire defense and just adding more pieces to that. And for Coach Bowles being a DB, he was a DB growing up, so he has a higher expectation for the guys that are in the back end because he's actually done that. And so just having that mindset, having that mentality to always go get it and to just key in on everything and be that secondary that we don't want to get scored on. We don't want you to catch balls. We don't want you to do anything. And we want to hold our defense to that highest standard possible.
Sean, obviously the top 3 corners are all back. Ross is back. Who has shown you something already of the guys beyond the top 4 corners?
I think that each and every one of them come in and bring a different aspect to the game. I like Nate Brooks comes in and he's in the nickel and he's been making plays on the ball consistently after day. Herb Miller's a guy that was here last year that still comes and makes plays on the ball. So I think that each and every one of the guys that comes in, they're ready to learn, they're ready to win, they're focused. You can tell that they're getting better each and every day.
Sean, Bruce mentioned about taking the break, coming out, really emphasizing second half, simulating. Just how important is it to really kind of train yourself now for what's going to be later when you get to games?
Yeah, I mean it's very important. You guys seen it. The first half of the season we were 7-5, and coming into that second half, like Tom said, we were 8-0, and we didn't look back. And so I think that it all starts at the beginning, but obviously that second half, that second, third, fourth quarters where you really need to execute, where you really need to finish. So that second half is a big emphasis, like he said, just going in there, getting that break, kind of refocusing, getting ourselves back under, and getting ready to compete again. So that's a big emphasis this year.
Last year, you played with a lot of different things, right? Everybody gets hurt at some point.
Yes, sir.
You had to battle through that. How much last year did you learn about yourself and just have to keep your same standard no matter what you went out there with?
Yeah, it's all adversity. You know, everybody fights through something each and every day, whether it's, you know, at football, whether it's at work, at a different job, anything. So just knowing that nothing's going to be easy, nothing's going to be handed to you, and you can always fight through anything. You fight through injuries, you fight through all that stuff. Everything else is easy. And so just coming in, showing up every day, getting my treatment when necessary, getting the film work still in, and going to practice every day and playing in every game was the goal of mine. I didn't want to sit out. I was hurt, obviously, it showed, but, you know, you got to fight through stuff like that. You know, never been a guy that sits out of games for injuries, whether it's an ankle, a finger, or anything like that. I'm a competitor, and so that's the mindset that I've always had my whole life.
What exactly did you do last year? I don't know if you're comfortable sharing that, but we never really, I mean,
Yeah.
I knew it was aches and pains and stuff, Coach Bowles mentioned it. You know, what all did you deal with physically?
Yeah, I pulled my groin the second game of the season. So when I pulled that, I was battling through that. So when my groin went, I started having ankle problems on my left ankle, strained my left ankle, and then I ended up dislocating both my thumbs again. So I ended up taping. I honestly, I wouldn't even. It might have been in practice. So I ended up dislocating. I have real bad thumbs. I've been working on them off season, so they should be back. They're good. But yeah, I ended up dislocating both my thumbs, and then going into playoffs, I kind of started feeling a little healthy, and then I ended up rolling my ankle, my right ankle, in practice. So I was fighting through that. But like I said, it's all adversity. You know, it's all things that the training staff did a really good job of maintaining and controlling. Coaching staff did a really good job of making sure that I was preventive throughout the week, so that I can go in the game. And when I got to the game, you know, it's all focus, all mental toughness, and after that, that's when you deal with it. And I got to deal with all my injuries in off-season, so got them taken care of, and now I'm back, feeling 100%. So.
Sean, you guys had 15 interceptions as a group last year. Have you made any statistical goals for yourself or for the defense this year?
I don't think that we've really gotten to the statistic goals this year. Obviously, we want to be the team that creates the most turnovers. Usually, you know, guys that have the most turnovers end up in those big games, in those championship games, in those playoffs. So the goal of ours is just being the number one defense, whether that's in rushing, passing, every category that we can possibly do. And I know that's going to win us games, and that's all we want to do is win and get back to where we were last year.
Sean, you talked about adversity. You guys can get injured and stuff. Well, one of your teammates, Lavonte, his offseason was filled with some ups and downs. Just kind of, I know the type of leadership he has, but for him to kind of, you know, have to be back here talking about that fight.
Yeah, Vontae doesn't really, you know, he's a guy that he doesn't bring anything off the field he's dealing with on the field. And so you get everything you get out of Vontae each and every day. He doesn't show when he's down. He's always in that right mindset, ready to perform and ready to work. And so I seen him posted on Instagram, and I reached out to him just letting him know that I was here for him, obviously, and he knew that. But just being the leader he was going to come in here ready to work still and ready to have guys follow.